I am now very pleased to introduce Dean's Advisory Board member, Dr. Jeanne Sinkford, as our esteemed keynote speaker for the 2013 Boston University Henry M. Goldman School of Dental Medicine Commencement Convocation. Dr. Sinkford is Senior Scholar in Residence, Office of the President, and Chief Executive Officer of the American Dental Education Association. She is also Professor and Dean Emeritus, Howard University College of Dentistry. Dr. Sinkford's distinguished career in dental education includes serving as Dean of Howard University College of Dentistry for 16 years, where she was the first woman dean of a dental school in the United States. Dr. Sinkford is a nationally and internationally renowned dental educator, administrator, researcher, and clinician. She finished first in her dental class of 1958 at Howard University before pursuing graduate study at Northwestern University, where she received her Master of Science and Doctor of Philosophy degrees in 1962 and 1963, respectively. She also completed a pediatric dentistry residency at Children's Hospital National Medical Center in Washington, D.C. in 1975. Dr. Sinkford has more than 100 articles published in refereed journals and has written an instructional manual for crown and bridge prosthodontics. From 1992 to 2011, Dr. Sinkford was responsible for diversity programming and initiatives at the American Dental Education Association, formerly the American Association of Dental Schools. Under her leadership, the American Association of Dental Schools and the American Dental Education Association created numerous opportunities for the advancement of women and underrepresented minorities, including the ADIA, a Needle Scholar in Residence Program for women, the ADITA International Women's Leadership Conferences, 1998, 2003, 2005, and 2010. The ADIA W.K. Kellogg Access to Dental Careers Program, and the ADIA W.K. Kellogg Minority Dental Faculty Development Program. Dr. Sinkford co-authored two seminal reports related to women's health in the Dental School Curriculum, Report of a Survey and Recommendations, 1999, and the ADIA Survey on Women's Health in the Dental Curriculum and Update, 2011. Dr. Sinkford holds honorary degrees from Meharry Medical College, Georgetown University, the University of Medicine and Dentistry of New Jersey, and Detroit Mercy University. She has received Alumni Achievement Awards from Northwestern University and Howard University, and numerous other citations for exceptional professional achievement. Dr. Sinkford was selected as an outstanding leader in dentistry by the International College of Dentists, being the first woman to be so honored. Dr. Sinkford also received the 2007 Trailblazer Award from the National Dental Association. She was also recognized with the distinguished 2009 Herbert W. Nickens Award for her outstanding contribution to promoting justice in medical education and in health care. Dr. Sinkford's most recent recognitions are the 2010 Pierre Fauchard Academy Gold Medal Award for her outstanding contributions to the progress and standing of the dental profession and life membership in the National Dental Association, granted in 2012. Dr. Sinkford is a superlative example of the type of successful, engaged trailblazer we strive to graduate from the Henry M. Goldman School of Dental Medicine. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to welcome Dr. Sinkford to the podium to deliver the 2013 Henry M. Goldman School of Dental Medicine keynote address, and I know she will be an inspiration and example to all of our students. Let's give Dr. Sinkford a true Boston University welcome.
Thank you, Dean Hatter. And I'm really spellbound when I hear that kind of introduction, and I don't want to take the time to introduce me when I want to talk to you this afternoon. Congratulations to the class of 2013 and to the awardee today for his exceptional productivity and outstanding research. What I'd like to do today is, and since I'm between you and your diplomas, I'm going to try, I realize that graduates don't really remember much about graduation speeches, but it's their parents that do, and sometimes the relevance really settles in years later. I'm thinking about when I graduated, and after 4,500 clock hours of stress, it was like a get out of jail card for me. And for my parents, it was like a pay raise. So between the two of us, it had great memories for us. I know for my 16 years as dean at Howard, and from the commencement addresses, there is very little that you will remember, but I'm going to try to have some relevance to what I'm going to say, because I've been a member of the advisory board at BU since 1981, before you all were born. The program began as a graduate program, as you know, and it's the only school in the country that began as a graduate program. And after it established its credibility, it decided to reach down to the DMD program. And in that time, we were talking about outreach programs. BU was a leader in outreach programs, and it has been a leader in educational transformation as it went from just an ordinary school to a learning organization with concepts that contribute to both academic excellence and continuous quality improvement. And you'll hear that through your lifetimes. Continuous improvement, quality improvement. So to the classes of 2013, as you leave these hallowed halls, the communities that you serve will be fortunate to have you for both your professional skills, but also the fact that you have cultural competency that will be required as you deal with diverse populations. You joined the 5,000 or so new graduates who are entering a profession that is held in high regard. 45% of our graduates now are women, which is a major change from when I graduated, where there were over 2% women, and many of the dental schools in this country didn't even admit women. Dentistry is a great profession, as evidenced by the facts such as Americans are living longer, they're retaining their teeth for longer periods of time, and Americans value oral health as demonstrated by their visits for preventive care and interceptive care, and fluoridated water has reduced caries in this country by 60% and is having an impact worldwide. We have serious access problems, though, such as you're aware of in medicine. The public hears all the time that there are 40 million Americans without medical insurance. But a lesser known fact, and this is for your parents and your families to know, is that nearly 140 million Americans lack dental insurance, and that impacts both employment absences, school attendance, and increases the overall cost for American health. 19 cents out of every dollar in this country is spent on health, yet millions of Americans lack access to care, and this includes both working people and low-income families. It's not just low-income families, it's working families also. The public is shocked when they learn of a sad case like Diamante Driver, and I would like to ask how many of you all know who Diamante Driver is, because that was an African-American student that died from an infected tooth in Prince George's County, which is just outside the District of Columbia. And it wasn't because his mother didn't try to get him that care, it was because he was out of the system. And it takes a tragic situation like this to get Congress to act on a national legislation that would create the Child Health Insurance Program, and it's called State CHIPS. That insurance program has been instituted before the Affordable Care Act, or what is called the Obamacare, and it's been continued. Millions of children have access to care, but we had to have a fatal accident like that to stimulate that. In addition to care for children, which is a complement to our health system, we're challenged to meet the needs of the aging American population, with increased chronic diseases and a demand for services. Both access to care and service to our elderly population are challenges that you will address in the future. And your future will be involved in the transformation of the health system in America, which is happening now. Health professional students will learn in schools where they learn with medical students, dental students, allied students, in team delivery of care, working together across disciplines for optimal health care. And at the same time, our dental schools are challenged to meet the educational needs of emerging new delivery systems, new delivery models that will increase access to care. Medicine has undergone this 20 years ago. We are just beginning to face the fact that in order to have access to care for our population, we will have to entertain newer models into the system, and the academic programs will have to help us reach this. Now, during the next 40 years now, in your anticipated lifespan of practices, you'll see exciting changes and outcomes from scientific research and discovery. And I happen to be on one of the advisory committees now at NIH, and I'm very excited about what's happening with genomics, proteomics, epigenetics, stem cell research, and the use of biomarkers in the forms of imaging that will change how we diagnose and treat dental disease. We are going to have a real challenge to help our practitioners understand this change that is happening so rapidly. In fact, I picked up the Washington Post yesterday, and we'll be cloning materials that we'll be using to replace human tissue. As I look in my crystal ball, I foresee that during the lifespan of your careers, you will no longer use mold guides and shade guides for the selection of artificial teeth. You will use genetically engineered teeth from human tissue banks to replace lost and missing teeth. And human saliva will be used along with other body fluids to detect diseases such as cancer, HIV/AIDS, and cardiovascular disease. You will benefit what is now known across the National Institutes of Health centers and institutes as translational science. Translational science is the new lexicon of the future because they are making a major effort to pull all of the research entities together to solve disease, to design new research therapies, and to come up with new treatment avenues. And this is leading to personalized patient records and personalized treatment. You will be able to transmit your patient records nationally and internationally, and you will be able to receive individuals will be able to travel around the world, and your records will go with you accurately and be available to whoever needs those for your care. And digital technology now links us with global health. Data now tells us that World Health Disease Challenge is not infectious disease, except for HIV and malaria in certain parts of the world, but chronic diseases that affect the aging population. And it's not just in this country. We must prepare for this seismic shift from acute to chronic diseases that is occurring worldwide. And so you're going to expect a few words of wisdom, okay? Sociologists tell us that we create the future by our behaviors today. And in this context, I suggest to you that manage your time, and there is never enough time. So that means your priorities have to be established for your personal lives and your professional lives. I challenge you to love what you do. And dentistry affords many choices. You can practice, you can do research, you can teach, but you have a lot of choices. So today you may have specialized, but you may find that there are avenues opening up through research and new endeavors that will challenge you in the future. I know my son is a physician, and now he's doing computing technology, and he's teaching hospitals how to use automated systems. Never did I envision that he would be doing this. Develop a sense of humor. Laugh at yourself sometimes, and sometimes I find it difficult to laugh at myself, but I'm learning. The older I get, the more important it is for me to laugh at myself. Commit to lifelong learning, because what you know today is going to be outdated 20 years from now. Don't think you are going to graduate today, get your diplomas, and live happily ever after. That is not what's going to happen. Things are changing so fast that you're going to have to keep up with newer information and newer technologies. And I like to think about the tree metaphor. Keep your roots. Keep your roots that you have learned here. They're strong and powerful. Branch out to help others as you grow. And reach upward for your dreams and for your aspirations. And believe me, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. And to those who much is given, much is required. As I congratulate you, the class of 2013, I thank your teachers, your parents, your friends, and your relatives for making this day possible for you. And I wish you the best in your futures, and I ask you to join me as we God bless America. Thank you.